The Ottomans are also getting themselves into a conflict, and it's interesting to see they survived World War I when obviously a lot of other places didn't. They're fighting Papa? Now, instead of giving the US back to the British in base game HOI4, I wanted to use this mod instead. It's called Pax Britannica. Obviously, it's way more thought out, and it's a world based around what if the American Revolution failed? And as you can see, it's very much like Kaiserreich. I'm surprised it really hasn't gotten covered all that much. It's been around for a while, and it recently got an update, and obviously it kind of works perfect for this video here. It's kind of crazy how similar North America looks to a video we did a couple weeks ago, where France kept French Louisiana. Once again, we have a strong Mexican empire. The US haven't really moved westward much, and we've got a Canada that's stronger than ever. Also, a big shocker here, South America actually has a little bit of relevance. Brazil is one of the only socialist nations, definitely the biggest in the world. There's a few pockets around the map, but they're kind of leading the charge. Now, obviously in this universe, the British have remained ultra powerful with their holdings in America. They've been on top of the world for at least a century now, but after World War I, and I guess that's when Germany collapsed, as well as Italy, things aren't really still looking that good, especially in Austria. We've got a lot of sexual frustration there. Nationalism and authoritarianism are rising all throughout the East, and actually the French and British are among the only major democratic powers. And back in the Western Hemisphere, obviously the US, under the British Dominion, aren't doing very well at all. I'd actually say Canada is probably their prized possession, at least in this continent. All right, I guess Denmark's going through a civil war. I didn't see this in my test runs. I'm also using Chaos AI, which makes this mod a whole lot better. I should mention I didn't exactly read everything about the lore, but I'm assuming with all their territory in North America, yeah, Great Britain didn't really care much about India, as well as Australia, which makes a lot of sense. You might as well let someone else have a prison colony. But I thought that was a really nice touch. If they did stop those damn Americans, they probably wouldn't have cared as much about this stuff. Tojo has finally taken his rightful place as leader of Japan, and I believe he's going to be going after Russia soon. I think he leaves China alone since they're a social democracy in this world. Yeah, things seem to be going pretty well over here. I'm really shocked. They're super stable, seem to be pretty powerful. Which reminds me, hey, have you guys ever tried opium? Denmark is now attacking Norway. All right, they're being very aggressive in this video. Wow, okay, well, just like that, Denmark has restored their monarchy and grabbed all of Norwegian territory back. That was not what the Civil War is for. This has kind of come out of nowhere. Now, if you had to take a guess, out of all the countries in Europe, I think it's pretty safe to say we all know who's about to start everything in terms of World War II. But in my test runs, the Austrians didn't do very well, especially because this Balkan League also formed up, and they were kind of tough to take down. Oh man, and now the great Mexican Empire is mobilizing against Central America. I expect these guys to have a pretty good game. You two just need to get over it. First of all, what year is it? I'm pretty sure we've already dealt with this conflict. Also, Austria, do you really want to go down this road again? Oh, you know what? Maybe this is actually for the best. They seem to be kicking ass over here. All right, yeah, this is fine. Anyways, back in North America, Mexico is doing okay, but maybe not as good as I thought. They're a monarchy, but they got a lot of rebuilding to do. Yeah, they definitely need to get, a few more factories. The Ottomans are also getting themselves into a conflict, and it's interesting to see they survived World War I when obviously a lot of other places didn't. They're fighting Papa? What the something doesn't feel right here. Okay, this must be my stepdad. He's about to beat me. Well, either way, let's see if he even survives. He does have this mountain range that will keep him safe. This just feels so fucking weird still. The Austrian Reich has just taken 12 states. All right, well, they definitely made quick work of the Balkan League. Yep, that's what I thought. Tojo's attacking the Russian government. I think they do pretty well in this conflict too. Oh, and I think it's safe to say stepdad Stalin is not gonna make it to the end of this. He's gonna die. Well, good riddance. Oh, and it's all good because we have another Soviet daddy here that can take his place. Khrushchev. I haven't seen you before in HOI4. Actually, we have seen him a couple times. The Japanese also got the Mongolians to join the co-prosperity sphere. I don't think they're involved in this war just yet. Hopefully that changes. Okay, and this peace deal just occurred. Took 10 states. All right, the Ottomans are back, baby. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that Native American tribes are leading this part of the U.S. Idaho, Montana, the Dakotas. This is a social liberal tribe, as well as we've got ultra-nationalism in, I guess, Cascadia. I guess this world's former central powers, if they even had that sort of thing. Just kind of formed back up between the Austrians and the Ottomans. They also planned to attack Ukraine. God damn it. We just found this guy too. And just like in my test run, Milan is looking like it's trying to reform Italy. They're attacking the Papal States. I think they'll be fine. Surprisingly, no one's trying to do that in Germany. We've got all sorts of ideologies going on over here. They're not fighting each other though. Ooh, and socialist Brazil is now moving in after Bolivia. They've got to spread it somehow because damn, that ideology isn't doing very well. As you can see, France is planning on attacking Milan, which is actually pretty smart because they still aren't finished with this conflict down here. It's now 1940, and I just realized there are 5 major factions in this world. You can't really count Croatia because they're by themselves. Obviously, the British are doing the best, but there are a lot of up-and-coming teams. Well, things are starting to look a little bit better. Both the Austrians and the French taking some land, which is nice because, damn, these borders were looking disgusting in the beginning. Portugal is now attacking the United Netherlands, which both these nations have more colonies than they do in the base game. So they're both actually doing pretty good here. Yeah, I mean, looking around, they got stuff all over the place. This is kind of like a mini World War, or at least like a mini Eastern Hemisphere war. Yeah, Dutch, I don't know if you realize this, but if your Congo divisions actually still had hands, they'd probably be able to fight a lot better down here. Oh, I almost missed this one. I believe Iran declared war on Egypt, so they obviously called Big Daddy B to come in and save the day. Ooh, and another faction just formed up between Sweden and Finland, which I believe they're the Republic of Finland. Yeah, they definitely switched ideologies. Oh God, okay, that's what they're gonna do. Well, this is gonna be fun. Damn, guys, do you guys really need more territory? Please don't take this all yourself. This is getting ridiculous. Finally, something in Germany starting to happen. All right, and that is from their ultra-nationalism side. And with the fall of Milan to the French, we now have socialism from 2 Sicilies now taking over this peninsula. They've got a while to go, but they can do it. Japan and Tojo really haven't made much progress at all against the Russians. I know that Siberia is tough to fight in, but damn, I thought they'd get much further than this. And just look at how the tables have turned. This is actually really, really weird to see. And at the same time, the British are going after Spain. That doesn't make any sense at all because the Spanish are also conservative. I figured they'd be invited to the party, if anything. Oh, okay, yeah, I clearly need to check back in on nations a little bit more frequently. Beautiful Oswald is here. Man, we've had a lot of sexy cameos in this video, which means the strongest nation on Earth by far just became super nationalistic. All right, I'm sure nothing bad will happen because of that. Things are just getting insane, even though technically we don't really have a major World War II just yet. Free Germany's going after communist Germany, and Poland, I think, is about to die. Just after they puppeted Prussia, too. Thank you, Mongolia. I don't know if you're the one that's actually doing all the work. I doubt it, but Russia is finally about to fall. Oh, well, I guess they're not going to fall completely. Japan just wanted all of Siberia, or most of it. All right, well, that's fine. So much is happening right now. It's really hard to keep up. The Austrians just became super powerful, taking all of Poland and all of Prussia. I don't think they can stand up to the British just yet. They're getting there, as well as, oh, yeah, Sweden and Finland are now a thing. I guess we are seeing an East Asian war. China declared war on Mongolia, meaning that's going to pull in all of the co-prosperity sphere. Is Mongolia, like, super strong in this universe? How are they pushing... I just did not expect that. How are you guys? No, they only have like 6, 7. They don't have anything, basically. Wow. All right, yeah, this is really heating up, and I don't think China has a chance. Japan's doing real good right now. Oh, wow, I believe the Americans and the Canadians actually did something. I didn't realize, but Spain was still controlling Cuba, and now that just capitulated. And in literally about a year, everything in Iberia just changed. Obviously, the British want to take as much land as possible. That's just what they seem to be doing. But the French also went after Portugal, and they got them on their side. Unfortunately, this is kind of hard to see, but I think you can get the picture. Mosley just joined the Austrian Reich, and basically this game's over because they have a fabrication on the French, so it was nice knowing ya. All right, well, I was not expecting this video to go this way. Talk about a dark fucking twist. Democracy's dead now. Yeah, there's just no way this is gonna go very well for you. Especially because you have no friends. There's no one to call in. And no matter what universe it is, America will always take French Louisiana. They're gonna get crushed. And while the end of the world's happening, I guess Sweden and Finland decided to get themselves in a 2-front war. Norway, which is still Denmark, and Russia both nations aren't very strong, so they should do well here. Actually, they're the only shining glimmer of hope left in this universe. I think they're the only social liberal government. I really hope they win these conflicts now. And the Kingdom of Tibet has basically taken over all of India, or at least northern India. This has got to be the best Tibetan game we've ever seen. And Japan is about to take out China as well. And here's the end of a very depressing and quick World War II. The Austrian Reich taking 44 states, the British taking 23. The French have been completely destroyed. Oh, wait a second. No, I've actually been noticing this. This game's somewhat similar to Kaiserreich. They don't always take a bunch of territory. They like to release lands. Still a puppet under the Austrians' control. Wow, well that is an amazing peace deal. I didn't expect them just to take everything. Man, that's pretty beautiful. Well, anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. This had to have been one of the more chaotic scenarios we've done. Maybe the most we've done in a while. Just, I could barely keep up. So much things to look at, all the ideologies that were happening, all the switches. It sucks that this, yeah, you can't really tell in terms of factions what's going on, but yeah, these guys became a lot more powerful. The US kind of just faded into the background this entire campaign. They just added a little bit of extra help to the British, which honestly, they really didn't need any more because they were too OP. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And as always, big thanks to my Patreon supporters: Franco is Thick, Leather Daddy Lennon, Matthew Rembish, Free Cruise, Swiss Argo, Jake Paul's My Daddy, Tyler, Maxi G, Sean Spillman, Jen's the Love Disc, Father, Uncle, Grandpa, Roosfurication, Matthew E, Nathaniel N, Elijah Senpai, Jungkook's Bay, Wyone, and Elfie C.